Hi everybody, happy Saturday night. I was hoping to do this video yesterday, but got pretty busy with work, and then I started playing Destiny 2 with my buddies all throughout the evening. We'll be playing, by the way, we finished the campaign, so you can check that out in the Twitch archives, and I'll also upload it to youtube.com/failcube. But for today, I'm finally going to do some unboxing videos, plural. So, without further ado, welcome to the first edition of What's in the Box Live. I haven't been doing these for a long time, but I did come back on the YouTube front and record one maybe 2 weeks ago when Voltron Season 4, or Voltron the Legendary Defender Season 4 came to Netflix. Our pals at Netflix and DreamWorks sent over a cool toy set, so I unboxed that and put it up. But today, we're opening up something which is not even out yet. You can pre-order this thing, and Microsoft executives are saying you should, because it might be hard to find allegedly on store shelves when this thing comes out in the next couple of weeks, or next week. I guess it comes out next week. But I have an Xbox One X completely unopened, and I'll tell you a little bit how I got it. So let's do move here to full cam. I just made this. It's sloppy as hell, but I made it just so we can do this. But yesterday I drove downtown Toronto, where Xbox Canada and their PR firm Veritas was hosting a very cool media preview event of sorts, and it was called, they used to have the Xbox Gaming Lounge. We can go play Xbox One and try their games out, and there's a bunch of stations set up, and years ago they used to host events there. Like when Gears of War 3 came out, they hosted things like the beta event there, or like a tournament for fun for media and stuff like that. And then that fans come in, you could just walk in from the streets and try out their stuff. But for this event, they had sort of a secretive location, which was sort of like attached to like a fitness center or a gym, and here they had the Xbox Gaming Lab, and you walk up and I sign in, and then you go through these glass doors where they had like the X-Men style X on the doors. You walk in, or they let you in, and they had a relaxation lounge set up. They had like a masseuse doing back rubs. They had an oxygen bar. If you go to my Instagram account, instagram.com/failcube, I put up a picture of me that hooked up. I don't know if you ever tried this oxygen thing. I guess you can get these machines for home use, but it's like a relaxation thing that fuels more oxygen into your system, and it's supposed to be good for your brain, relaxation. It's a natural and safer way to get rid of headaches without taking pills and stuff like that. Anyways, they had an oxygen bar set up with 16 different flavors of like scents. I call them flavors, but they're like different scents. Like they had like a chocolate cherry thing. They had eucalyptus, all different types of mints and other fruity things. And you can mix and match them and choose the power. And it's 16 flavors, but there's 4 stations of 4, and you get 8 minutes at a station. And you can like kind of make your own concoction, comboing them. So I tried 8 of the flavors across 2 different stations, every different combination of them, and it actually was like super relaxing. They also had an artist, and I'll show you what he was doing. It's in this bag actually. Doing art of something I'll explain in a second. They had they had a cocktail like booth set up. You can get like alcoholic drinks, even though it was 11 in the morning. You can get champagne, custom cocktails, and they had of course coffee and drinks and like fruit platter and stuff like that. So the idea was that you're supposed to go here and hang out and chill until you get to go to your actual gaming session and get hands-on with the Xbox One X. I had not been hands-on with the Xbox One X. I wasn't able to go to any other preview events this year. I didn't go to E3, so I have not played it yet. I've only seen the physical hardware, but I haven't been hands-on with it to see that true 4K HDR experience on the most powerful gaming console ever made. So I was there just relaxing, meeting and greeting other media, and then eventually they brought us into the other room where there are 4 pods or stations set up, basically 4 like rooms that are closed off, and it's a very dark room. And here they actually, there's a purpose to this gaming lab experiment and us relaxing first, because they wanted to get everyone chilled and relaxed before they went in to get hands-on with their Xbox One in like a session. So 4 of us at a time sit down, and we get a bit of an introduction and presentation from a representative for a few minutes. And then they hooked us up to all these monitors. They hooked us up to a brain monitor, which monitored like 5 different brain waves. And they took a baseline measurement of that, and they were going to let us go into this pod where you can play either Gears of War 4 or Forza Motorsport 7. I chose Gears of War because I've been playing. You saw me streaming some Forza the other week. I played a lot of that recently. I haven't played Gears in a while. And I know the Gears of War 4 Xbox One X update's already out. You can download it right now. It came out last week. So I wanted to try that. And the idea is like they have a curved 4K screen, 50-inch or something, and then a crazy like 7.1 surround sound system behind you in this room, no headset, like all in the room, and you're in a dark room and they're filming you, and they want to like blast you, make you really feel like the immersion of the experience, and then they have your baseline stats. They want to see how like in like a high intensity situation, how your body reacts. So it wasn't just the brain monitor. They also had this other company based in Kitchener. There's something called not Cloud X or something. They won this infamous award for like bold and innovative technological design, and they created this vitality sensor, which kind of goes under your shirt and like it sticks to you, and that measures everything from heart rate, breathing, all sorts of things. I have a result piece of paper here, and they monitor all your stats. You can see the monitor on the side as you're playing the game, and they monitor your stats when crazy shit is happening in game, and then afterwards, and then they give you like a readout afterwards. They explain to you what the stats mean, and my results were pretty damn good, not to boast. But I'll show you that. So I did get to play Gears of War 4 at one mission of the campaign, the Elevator from Hell mission, where you can set up some Horde mode style fortifications. And man, it ran silky smooth. And I had already seen it run at 60 frames per second on a PC with higher end graphics, but I had not seen it in 4K and played it on console, and it ran silky smooth. Even with all that crap happening on screen and building and AI allies and AI enemies all coming from different directions. So it ran silky smooth. I'm very interested in seeing Forza set up. So I have a 4K screen. I will try that this weekend so I can write about it to see the difference. And the one thing I really want to try, if you follow my YouTube channel or on Twitch, I play a lot of Rainbow Six. And I play Rainbow Six on PC, and I also played it on Xbox with a couple of friends there. And when I play Terrorist Hunt on the Xbox version, the frame rate just comes to a halt. So I think a very good experiment, even though that game is not fully optimized for the 4K experience yet, I think it's getting it though. It certainly has like high-res assets for the PC version, but I want to try it and see if it affects the performance when you're fighting just AI, because that game performs very poorly against AI. It runs silky smooth when you're doing the PvP 5v5 stuff, but for some reason, even though there's not many enemies on screen, I guess the destruction element messes it up, so I will try that. But here, this is, let me show you something here. This is what we got on the way out after doing the relaxation session, the gaming pod, and back to the relaxation thing, and after getting our results. So in here, well, first things first, these are my stats, your results. So it says like my gamer tag is FailCube, of course. I was in Group 2, Lab 2. I played Gears of War 4. So the collective result of my brain waves is 127 decibels or whatever. 20 breaths per minute, 94 beats per minute in the heart rate. And my body temperature, core temperature was 98.3. And it says, get this, heart rate comparable to Navy SEAL. Yeah, that's right. Playing Gears of War 4. I don't know how accurate of a measurement that is playing an Xbox and Gears of War 4. But my response to sticky situations is being calm and collected. So that's cool. And then I mentioned the artist that was in the gaming lounge, the relaxation lounge. So they took the printout of the brainwaves, and he actually made art out of it with the colors. So they, like I said, they measured 5 different waves, like alpha, gamma, and all that kind of stuff. And then they made this beautiful art. So this was just a black canvas with the brain, and he kind of spray painted the colors on. There's a bit of yellow in the middle here, but you can see the red, purple, blue, green, yellow. He drew like, I don't know what this is, like a like a chicken holding a controller. That's the artist, Uber 5000, I think. Xbox One Gaming Lab, and you can see they even went out of the way and put FailCube with my logo, the little FailCube logo, which is pretty nice touch. So that's cool. I've got to hang this up somewhere. Cool art. Thank you, Xbox and Uber. Now, let's get to the real thing. Like I said, I haven't opened it yet. I don't even know if it comes in a retail box. Right now, it's just in a cardboard box, so we'll take it out. Oh my God, it's heavy. Oh, okay, maybe it's just sort of like a shipping box. Oh, in my results and the video, actually, maybe I should put that on here. Your results. I'll say this. I want to make sure I check this out because there's video of me playing Gears of War 4 on the Xbox One X. So I got to check that out afterwards. But for now, let's just focus on the console. I got my trusty knife. Here we go. That's my name down here. Moment of truth. Okay, it does come in a proper box. This is the back of the box, and it shows, of course, Forza. It's got all the... Oh, it's a good-looking console. All the big marketing points are here. Games play better on Xbox One X, true 4K gaming, it supports Xbox Live, and it's built for 4K experience. I do have a 4K monitor, so I will be able to try it properly. All my regular PC monitors and my laptop and of course my main TV are not 4K. I've not upgraded in a long time, but I do have a 4K screen to try this on, and it does support HDR. Came with a Blu-ray. Look at this. 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray. Planet Earth 2. Narrated by David Attenborough. Cool. Alright, that was awkward, but here we go. This is the Xbox One X console, which comes out in North America next week. Looks damn good. That's a nice box. For those, this is going to be replacing my Xbox One S. I had the original launch Xbox One X, which I gave to my brother when I upgraded last year to the Xbox One S, the smaller model. That's under here, the white one, and it came with the white controller, of course. I've had some weird hardware issues with this one. This one has like random issues with dropping from Wi-Fi or having a very weak Wi-Fi connection, even though the router is just right outside. It also has issues with party system. Like when I'm playing with my pals playing Rainbow Six, I'll just drop out of the party and I'll be in voice chat. I'll be in game chat instead of party chat, but I can still hear my party talking, but only the people in game can hear me talking, not my party. So I have to disconnect from the party and rejoin. It's just weird glitches that I haven't come before. It also comes to a halt sometimes in the interface. So I don't know if I just have a lemon with this console or the Xbox One S, they were able to build it for cheaper parts. So maybe there's some flaw there. I don't know. But I feel like the big ugly original Xbox One X for me performed better than the Xbox One S I happened to buy. So this is going to be a nice replacement for that. And then since the regular Xbox One S can also play UHD discs, and I think it supports regular HDR as well. I'm not entirely sure, actually. I'll just keep that as a Blu-ray player somewhere else. Since I have all my consoles up here, including my PS4 and the Switch, I'll keep that Xbox One X in the living room, and then this will be my primary non-PC gaming station. So, before I open the actual Xbox One X box, it came with this. It's kind of a thick book with a cool... It's an introduction, so... Alright. Just tells you all about the console. Welcome to the Xbox One X. It tells you about what went into making it, what their team design goals. Got the chip there. 12 gigs of DDR5 memory. You got the comparison to the Xbox One S, how it's compatible. Yeah, so I got the check marks here. So 6 teraflops. That infamous quote from E3. You can stream and record clips in 4K resolution at 60 frames per second. You can see every frame with 326 gigabyte a second memory bandwidth, relish 40% more power than any other console on the market, including the PlayStation 4 Pro, which I do not have. I wish I could do a comparison between the two, but I do not have PS4 Pro. I have a standard PS4. Games play better on Xbox One X, so it's got a bunch of details on what games are going to be enhanced, the 4K experience, etc., etc. Stats. Okay. This might be like a reviewer's guide. It's just a folder. I think some gold membership, maybe upgrade. I could definitely need an extension. I think my run runs out kind of soon. This is information on the console, and this is all the games. Oh, it's embargo information. We're allowed to do an unboxing video today, but we can't actually write up any sort of reviews until Friday, November 3rd, midnight PST. So that'll be 3 a.m. our time in Eastern Standard Time that we can start putting up reviews of the actual console with impressions, including how games play on the Xbox One X. Okay, cool. And this first-party and third-party games that will have support. And then here's a little booklet. Just welcoming you to the Xbox One. It shows... Oh, wow. I'm not going to show you that. These are game codes. Maybe we're going to do a giveaway. Not today. But next week, when I'm back from my trip next week, when I start streaming next weekend, these are all the games that support the Xbox One X upgrade. And there's a code for every single one of them. It's from... Yeah. Forza, FIFA, Destiny. Wow. Codes for every single game. Well, not every single game, but it looks like at least a dozen. All right, so stay tuned. Giveaways on my Twitter at Rob_Keys. It's Keyes. I will do that next week after this thing hits retails. If you want a game for the Xbox One X, you're gonna hit me up on Twitter and follow the stream. I'll give most of these out because I do have most of these games. So awesome. Thank you, Xbox Canada, going all out. Cool. All right, let's do this. The tape is off. Could be an Xbox One, Xbox Live Gold trial code here. Xbox One Game Pass. Oh no, I think it's just information on what the Xbox Game Pass, what that gives you, and the Xbox Live Gold. These they actually slip out, and it's just a little folder here. And if you need help setting up, you go to xbox.com/Xbox One/getting started, or you can hit up Xbox support on Twitter, of course. All right, so here I get the foam protection, and then the console's in there, and it's actually pretty thin. It's actually comparable in height to the Xbox One S model. First, we get out the wires. All right, power cord, standard. Same thing you can use on any PC, interchangeable. Same thing the PS4 uses, and 4K supported HDMI. That's crucial, and of course, the Xbox One controller. Can never get enough of these since I go through them pretty hardcore, and I give some to my brother when I gave him my original Xbox One. All right, cool. It's just standard jet black with the newer 3.5mm jack. Of course, my launch Xbox One did not have that. You had to have that stupid adapter to use your regular headsets. And of course, they do give you the pair of Duracell AA batteries to power that up. All right, let's get to the console now. Package this bad boy up. Don't need that. I have enough controllers right now. Like I said, I showed you my Xbox One S white controller, and I also use, for shooters, specifically Rainbow Six, I use a SCUF controller because it has the better triggers and sticks, and it's also got its own paddles underneath. And of course, if you haven't used it yet, you should try to get hands-on with the Xbox One Elite controller. They did an amazing job with that, and it's like the best feeling controller for any platform in the history of video games. It's so fucking awesome. I hope they allow people to make custom versions of that, because you can go to the Xbox One, I think it's called the Gaming Lab website. You can customize your controller, the colors, and you can put like a message or your gamer tag at the bottom. If they do that for the Elite controller, man, those things sell like hotcakes. They made a really cool one too for the for Gears of War 4. It was like red and stuff like that, but it cost a fortune. I don't know where this goes. This goes, whatever. All right, let's get the wires. Now for the console. Oh. Very straightforward. Actually, I'll keep these in the ground in case there's anything else in the box. Winitron in chats asks, any more original Xbox games planned? Do you mean for the backwards compatibility? They announced, of course, unlike the PS4, Xbox created like an OS level emulator to allow for backwards compatibility with Xbox 360 games a couple years ago, which was a big for the gamers move by Phil Spencer and the team, so which was genius. And now more recently this year they announced backwards compatibility for certain original Xbox games, including Crimson Sky. So they did the first 13 games, I believe, they announced this week officially, or they released this week. I forget. I think they released this week. And if you want to see the full list, you can head to screenrant.com and just search for Xbox backwards compatibility. Are there more original games planned? I don't know which ones there are, but there most certainly are going to be more games as part of that. And I think now that both Xbox 360 and Xbox original games are going to be backwards compatible in the Xbox One, as part of the Xbox Live Xbox Live Gold free monthly games or bi-weekly games, I think you're going to see even more original Xbox games pushed to that so they can give them away for free. It's just more incentive for people to subscribe to Xbox Live if they don't already to play multiplayer games, right? So, all right, I'm taking the foam off this thing. There's some hardcore tape. All right, here we go. Oh, it's heavy. It feels solid. Unlike the original Xbox One, when you picked it up, it felt like this giant hollow VCR. What an ugly design choices there. This is solid all the way through. It still has the HDMI in and out, so you can put your satellite cable through it. It's got a pair of USB 3 ports in the back. It's got the optical audio and HDMI port. Not HDMI. It does have HDMI ports. It has the Ethernet port right there. And it also has Xbox One X. Smooth matte black top. And Xbox One is engraved there. You can see the Xbox One icon and the Xbox logo. And here's the front. Do not move console without first removing any disc inside. Of course, that's the warning on all of them. It's very simple in the front. It's got a power button, a single USB, and that looks like that's the synchronization button for syncing your controllers up. And on this side, it says, "Hello from Seattle, Xbox One X." In tiny engraved text there. And on this side, oh, so it doesn't have... what's this? Oh, that's the disc eject button right there. Okay, and this side's got nothing as well. Okay, so it's very straightforward. So there are only 3 USB ports, right? 2 in the back and 1 in the front. I thought my Xbox One S... I have to double check this now so I don't say anything wrong here, but I thought there was a port on the side. Am I making that up? I don't know. Anyways, 3. You can fact check me there. How many USB ports on a standard Xbox One and an Xbox One S? 3 on this one. All USB 3, looks like. All right, cool. That is the Xbox One X. It's very simple and small. I should pull my Xbox One S out so you can compare in size, but it's virtually the same. This one does away with all like the dotted design with the air holes. This is like flat across the top, and you get the little air holes on the side instead, just the side, both sides. Very sexy design, very solid. It's the heaviest of the 3 versions for sure. But just look at the power difference. They keep talking about the 6 teraflops, but just the power difference between this and what the original Xbox One released with, I guess it's 2003 now, right? Sorry, 2013. November 20, 4 years. Well, makes sense. But exponential leaps in power from one to the other. In the same console family, too. It's a very interesting time for gaming. And that's it. So, that is it for this live edition of What's in the Box. I will have this archived on Twitch for as long as they let me. I'm only an affiliate, so I can't store it forever. It'll be there for a couple of weeks, I'm sure. And then, of course, I will immediately export this and put it up on my YouTube channel. So if you don't already, head over to youtube.com/failcube. I will try to be better about putting videos there. Mainly, I've been just streaming late evenings on twitch.tv/failcube. And sometimes, if I think about it, I export it to YouTube. But people haven't... It's been mostly... Like a month ago, it was all PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds and a little bit of Rainbow Six. But now with all these new games coming out, I mean, yesterday... And I have an unboxing video to do for that as well soon. I'll tease something. I'll tease what I'm doing next. It's upside down, but can you see this? What does that look like? A little something from Nintendo Canada. So I will do an unboxing video of that. And I also have my Halloween costume stuff back there. I put my sweater there to cover it so you can't see what it is. But some real cool shit I got in the mail for... a couple of key components for what I wanted to do for Halloween this year. So I'll do a really fun unboxing video for that. If you're a fan of movies and like what we cover this on screenrant.com, you head over there. Another question from Wintertron asks, he doesn't personally see this as being very successful. It's a big upgrade to pay for, especially if you don't have 4K TV. Yeah, I mean, this is they know that it's by design. It's a premium experience. If you are a power user who does have a 4K monitor or TV, and you do want the best from consoles, because consoles, look, we're at that point now. When the Xbox One and PS4 came out, they were already like crazy obsolete to like medium level affordable gaming rigs, PCs, right? And they're falling further and further behind. And to play the games that are most popular on PC, that are going to be third-party games on all the platforms, they have to step up. Like if you want to have PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds and games like that with 100 players, not fully optimized, massive like live service open world games, like you need more power. You need more power. And people, on PS4, you look at games like Horizon Zero Dawn, and then you come back to the Xbox, you look at games like Gears of War and Forza. Like you want to see that as beautiful as it can be, especially now that, remember, all Microsoft first-party games and certain third-party games are Play Anywhere titles, meaning when they come out for Xbox One, they're also releasing day and date on Windows 10 PC through Games for Windows, right? those PC versions of these games are built for like way higher end PCs because they're scalable. So now you can enjoy that high level PC experience as a normal home entertainment unit for a far more affordable price. Because in Canada, this thing, how much is this thing? Is this thing 500 bones? 500 bones in the US? I can't remember the pricing structure, but that's like a third of what I paid just for my PC tower, right? But this can play the games in 4K. So yeah, it's not supposed to be a wide mass appeal console. It's just and the best you can get of consoles now, and the best you can get in the Xbox family if you want to play all the games in the Xbox One, not just the ones that are also available on PC through Windows 10. Because some games, the Play Anywhere titles, they do have some cross compatibility. You can play Horde mode, and there is a multiplayer playlist. If you're playing a PC, you can play with friends who are playing on just a standard Xbox, and the same thing for games like Minecraft and Rocket League. But this, if you want to get that premium experience for every game on the Xbox in the best possible form of any console, this is the way to go now. And a lot of third-party games that got that PS4 Pro support and HDR support, like a lot of those games and more are going to have that for Xbox One X too, but with even more power potential because this thing is 40% stronger than that, right? So, yeah, and this is going to become the norm, right? I mean, it's with both PlayStation brand and Xbox brand adding new SKUs, more powerful SKUs, like significantly more powerful SKUs within the current generation of consoles. Like, it's going to extend the life cycle of what the current generation of consoles can do, and this will become the norm as 4K TVs become the norm, right? So, games looking awesome is a plus point, but I'd rather have a good-looking game with an amazing story. Those are not mutually exclusive, and games having a great story, everyone wants a great game. That has nothing to do with the Xbox One X, though. I think everyone wants great games, yes, Winitron. But being able to have visually impressive games, be even more visually impressive, and not restricted by a dated console from 4 years ago that was obsolete when it came out. I mean, right? People want the best, and like for the AAA games that can push those graphics. And it's not just, remember, this is not just for games. I mean, you can do 4K Netflix, any 4K streaming. You can play 4K UHD discs with HDR support, and you can all do that through this as well. And you can't do that through the original PS4 or the original Xbox. You need to get the better consoles. The Xbox One S can play UHD discs as well, and streaming as well. But you want to get them 4K games, the games that can push that limit. You can do that if you want to do that. And a lot of people want those impressive graphics. I, as an example, have Destiny 2 on PS4, but it's capped at 30 frames per second, and looks kind of like the first game. It's not visually impressive anymore. It was when it first came out. It's a good looking game. It's a great looking game, but it's not visually impressive anymore. So I waited for it to come out to PC this week, and that's what we played twice. And we finished the story last night, and I'm going to be playing in maybe an hour. I'll be back online playing with my buddies, Morphin Knight and Sound Barrier, if you want to see some Destiny 2 endgame content. But there's a significant difference in performance and the look of that game playing on a PS4 and PC. Now, guess what? You can do all of that on this for most games, and more games as they come out. The AAA game, I'm talking about the big visual spectacles, in any game that has complex computational requirements and needs that GPU power, or that processing power, or that extra RAM. This can do that. It opens up more possibilities for developers to push the limit because games require more tech. Games are getting more powerful. Games are more expensive and they're more beautiful. So this allows you to do that. Winitron is having a philosophical debate with himself about graphics versus story when that has nothing to do with the existence of this console. Microsoft is making a big push towards supporting PC, Windows, and Xbox. This bridges that gap and gives them a new option, another SKU, another marketing point. And it gives more options for developers if they want it, and especially the first-party developers who are all required to be built for PC as well. Now they can bring that PC stuff to a powerful home console as well. There you go. You bought an Xbox. Hi, Greg. He says, you bought an Xbox. What a fail cube. In terms of consoles, the only fail cube is the GameCube, which is a literal cube-like console. But if you take a look here, every Xbox game is on PC. Yeah, they're Play Anywhere titles, for sure. You can't upgrade a PS4 and Xbox every 6 months. I think you mean 4 years. The Xbox One came out in 2013. It's 2017 now. I'm not sure what you mean. But Greg, check this out. So this is a Xbox One S. This is a PS4. And I have an Nintendo Switch up there. And, of course, down here, you can't see it. That's my gaming PC. And over here is our streaming PC. So I have every single console. I'm not sure. So Xbox One is pretty great. I play Rainbow Six on it all the time with my friends. And, of course, if you're a fan of the most popular shooter in the world, PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, it's also coming to consoles next month, I guess, right? Or sometime this holiday season before the year ends. Yeah, that's right. I got camera switches. I'm not a one-camera type of guy, Greg. I got all sorts of fun stuff. All right, guys, so that's it for this. I will be streaming very shortly. Like I said, I have a Nintendo thing to unbox, a dope-ass superhero costume thing you're going to want to see live as well. Maybe I'll... Halloween is on the 31st, but tonight, it's Saturday. Tonight's the night everyone goes to the clubs and the parties and has all Halloween-themed events. I'm in working and playing games with my friends. That's what I'm doing on Halloween Saturday. But on Halloween Day, the 31st, I will... I travel the next morning. But on the 31st, I will be here. So I'll do like a live stream wearing said costume. How about that? So stick around. I have Assassin's Creed Origins on PS4. I have not started it up yet. It is a crazy time. Super Mario Odyssey came out. Wolfenstein 2 came out. Destiny 2 came out on PC this week. And, of course, Assassin's Creed Origins. And oh my God, dude. There's so many games. And I'm still trying to catch up. I still haven't finished. I barely got into Cuphead. I've only played a bit of Forza. I haven't even started Gran Turismo Sport. I wanted to compare that to Forza and see what the two big racing franchises are doing. And like, you go back a little while ago. I never finished. I played 20 hours of Horizon Zero Dawn. Never finished that. Zelda, I'm too afraid to play because it's such a massive ass game, and I have it for the Switch, and I don't know what I'm gonna play. There's so many games coming out, and then we ain't done yet. Call of Duty World War II comes out soon. Star Wars Battlefront 2 comes out soon. Far Cry 5 comes out soon. And it's like, this is the biggest year for video games ever, right? Upgraded consoles, all new consoles in the Switch, which is super successful. We get these classic retro consoles, just flying off shelves. The SNES Classic, they're bringing back the NES Classic next year. You get these third-party companies making like Sega and Atari classic consoles. It's a cool-ass time to be a gamer. Perhaps an arguably terrible time for your wallet. And that's just in video games. In the film front, Thor Ragnarok came out in the UK this week. Next week it comes out here. Justice League comes out 2 weeks after that. Jumanji, which I'm here is amazing, is coming out on Christmas Day. Stranger Things just hit Netflix. We have The Punisher coming out in 2 weeks. Ladies and gentlemen, it is a wonderful time to be a geek. And you can read all about that on the two best damn websites in the world. Comic book resources at cbr.com. And of course, you can see my own stuff on screenrant.com. And Greg asks, why the fuck does every game release now? I don't know, man. I think it's a combination of marketing schedules and getting it out for the holiday season, right? And now, because of the move to digital versus store shelf space and store pre-orders, like the pre-orders, what used to be like, you go 3, 4, or 5 years ago, every company was pushing so hard on video game pre-orders because those day one sales meant everything. But now, with so many games pushing towards like live services and seasonal-based multiplayer things, and the push towards digital and less on brick-and-mortar pre-orders and hard copies of games, it doesn't matter as much. The day one sales don't matter. So you can do a thing where on October 27th, you have Super Mario Odyssey, Wolfenstein 2, and the Return of Assassin's Creed with Origins. That's okay. Because it's not about that day one sales anymore. It's about just getting a great game. And all these games are getting fucking fantastic reviews. And they're all great single-player games, which is a shot to you, EA, for shutting down Visceral for making that cool Star Wars game, which is going to be a linear narrative experience. Well, that's what we want, man. People want these games. They're still out there. Look at these. Look at Friday. Super Mario Odyssey, Assassin's Creed, and Wolfenstein 2. Massive, story-based, linear, single-player games. So, anyways, I can go on and on. Greg doesn't buy discs because you don't do free repair. Yeah, I mean, I'm a big fan of collecting discs and films, and I was for video games too. But now, with the advent of everything being online only and digital, like the moment like these servers go offline, the game's not playable. And if I want to play on this console, move to this console, I need to upgrade. Like I had so many problems with Destiny because I played that on a disc, and then when the Taken King came out, I had conflicts between the digital version of the game and the disc, and I still need the disc to play it. So for video games, outside of getting cool collectibles, like if you want a statue of a character or whatever other swag some of these collector editions come with, I only want digital. It's just easy, and it's on your account. So if I log into my friend's console, or my console breaks, or I lose it and get another console, or in the case where it's supports cross-platform and I want to play on PC, I just log in and all my games are there. If you have high-speed internet, fuck physical games. That being said, I'm a bit of a hypocrite because I love collecting Blu-rays of films for the franchises I'm passionate about. And, people are going less and less to theater, so I'm a big home video guy. And while I do love Netflix, I like having my own collection. It just looks good on the shelf. I have a problem. I'm a hoarder and collector of things I like. So luckily I got it out of my system for the video game stuff. I guess eventually I'll probably have to do that for films as well. But anyways, this is going way overdue. This is supposed to be an unboxing video for the Xbox One X. Thank you, Xbox Canada, for hosting the Xbox Gaming Lab and letting me be a part of it, and for letting me get hands-on with this early. I'm very excited to play Forza some more, this time in 4K, and I'm going to get back into the Gears of War 4 Horde mode and all the other games that get the Xbox One X update and support. And there is quite a lengthy list of games that are already going to be supporting it. I will try those as well, and you'll be able to see a lot of that here on twitch.tv/failcube or on youtube.com/failcube. Of course, you won't be able to see it at 60 frames per second in 4K. You can see it at 720p, 30 frames per second, but that's all we can do when we're streaming. So don't forget to follow this channel. I am an affiliate, so you can actually subscribe to this Twitch channel. And otherwise, if you just want to keep in touch with vlogs and boxing videos, random reviews of things I happen to see early, and stuff like this, you can subscribe and drop a like and leave a comment at youtube.com/failcube. I do have the Failcube accounts on Facebook and Twitter if you want to follow those, which is strictly just streaming stuff and whatever. And you can follow my main account, again, on Twitter. It's at Rob_Keys. That's Keyes. Thanks for watching, guys. And we'll see you soon, maybe with another unboxing video, and certainly with Destiny 2. So stick around. I'll be back on within the hour. Cheers.